Hi guys and welcome back. I'm Pascal Marchev and this is Chef's Choice. In this video I'll be talking about my predictions for this first semi-final of the Eurovision Song Contest 2017. But first I have something to ask you. I'll be in Amsterdam during VidCon next week, and coincidentally it's exactly the same time as the Eurovision in concert, where many of the acts will perform in one of the big pre-shows. But unfortunately there are of course no tickets left, so if any one of you has just one spare ticket or knows of someone that planned to go but had to cancel or anything like that, I would really appreciate if you could hook me up. You can tweet me at Pascal Marchev or write me a message here if you know anything, because I would love to go there so much, and of course I would also try to make a video about it. So I'm thankful for any tip. But now, without any further ado, let's predict the semi-final, shall we? I'm going through the acts in a randomized order, according to the allocation draw that put each act into either the first or the second half. Now let's start. Sweden. This definitely will be a great choice to start the show. But regardless of the running order, this is one of the entries where the quality lies to a large part in the performance. Robin Bengtsson's charisma on stage lifts the song to another level, and the staging that he showed at Melodifestivalen hits the nerve of the zeitgeist. The song itself and the vocals won't impress as much, but are good enough for Sweden to qualify for sure. Montenegro. Slavko Kalesic will surely deliver an interesting show as well, that people will be talking about. But I'm not sure if he will reach a large enough part of the audience, because if he sticks to the style of the music video, it will be a mix of drag show and gay pride after party. So even within the gay community, not everybody will like it and vote for it. I feel like it's also going to be a battle between the entertainment value and the partially lacking quality of the song and the lyrics. So in the end, I don't think it's enough for Montenegro to qualify to the final. Australia. Australia keeps the suspense up till the very end. Like last year, I think this song will come to life on stage. So far it's just a great pop ballad, but Australia proved that they know how to use the stage to their advantage. So the right staging, together with Isaiah's kind of androgynous appearance, his classy style and his distinctive voice, will take this song a long way. A definite qualifier and one of the best ballads in the game for me. Albania. It's going to be a close decision for Albania. Lindita's voice is fantastic, but the song, even though it has some great moments, is forgettable. I have heard this song probably 20 times now, and I still can't remember the melody without having heard it a few seconds before. I'm sure she will look fabulous on stage, but I don't think it will be enough to stand out and get to the top 10 in this semi-final. Finland. Finland is hard to judge. Norma Jean has a brilliant and one of the most distinct songs in the contest, but it's not going to be everybody's taste. It's dark, it's depressing, it pulls completely other strings than the rest of the songs. So staging will be critical here. A step too far into theatre and she's out. But if she's too clean, she's probably out as well. The direction she took in her national final is probably where she needs to be. But I think it needs to lose the literal references to a funeral with a dress that is a little less morbid and maybe a more modern haircut. And then she's through to the final. Azerbaijan. A high quality current song that might be a little too restrained to really make a mark. It's another song that I like, but just can't get to stick in my head. I think the chorus is a little weak compared to the verse, so getting the viewer's attention won't be as easy. But the rest of the song and Dihar's charismatic appearance will probably be good enough to make it through to the final. Portugal. If this song doesn't make it through to the final, I'm saying goodbye to the contest. I'm just kidding. But if this song isn't what the contest was meant for, I don't know what is. The musical artistry of the composer and Salvador Sobral as the performer are just brilliant. It's absolutely original, it's captivating, it's timeless. He pulls you into his own world and only lets you go with the last note. I just hope they don't plan anything crazy for the staging, because the worst thing they could do is push something onto him that doesn't feel authentic, like a choreography or something that takes away the attention from the emotions. And while we're talking about Portugal, I was so happy to see yesterday that a snippet of my video where I review this song made it into a report on the Portuguese broadcaster RTP. I put a link in the description so you can watch it. So thank you RTP, it's so funny to see myself in the news. Belgium. Actually, I'm amazed that this song is so high on many people's list. Don't get me wrong, I think it's fantastic and it has the potential to take you on a journey. But I'm not sure if it will make a strong enough impact on stage, since Blanche seems almost shy and swallows parts of the words she sings. I'm not sure if she can push herself to the point where she can engage with the audience and push the song to a strong live presence. It's a song that needs an atmosphere. So if you can bring the emotions of the music video onto the stage, I guess that's possible. Otherwise, I'm afraid it might fall through the radar, because there is no clear climax that it builds to. It has the same energy level throughout the song, and suddenly it's over before you know it. I really hope that it does do well, and based on how much most people like it, she can definitely qualify for the final, but it's not going to be easy. Georgia. I have to say the vocal abilities of the acts this year seem much higher than last year. In Stockholm there were many pitchy performances, but this year, as far as I could find live videos of the acts, I think we have at least vocally 3 great shows ahead of us. And Georgia is no exception. I'm not trying to pronounce the artist's name because I would surely say it wrong, but she has a fantastic voice. I didn't really like her performance in the national finals because it tried to force it into an anti-war theme that isn't really needed, even though it does give it attention. But the song is actually strong enough on its own. You can find a stripped back live performance of the song on YouTube. If I remember, I will put a link in the description below as well. And there you can see that just her stage presence and her voice are enough. And if she keeps it this simple, I think she can really impress the audience. It has much more power than Albania's song, in my opinion, and that's why I think she will qualify. Armenia. Another hit or miss here. I think the song is fantastic at the beginning, but then it fades almost into another song that feels slightly dated. Towards the end, both parts come closer together, but I'm not sure if I really like it myself or not. So I'm struggling to see whether the audience will vote for it. The staging again will be crucial to bring those different styles together. I think it's going to be close, but she'll make it to the final. Poland. Personally, I still don't quite see what people like so much in this song. I feel like Kasia Mosh is trying too hard. She wants to create emotion by pushing the words out stronger, but I don't feel it. Maybe I will see it once the rehearsal started, but there are weaker songs in the semi-final than this, and Poland does have a lot of fans outside the country, so she'll probably make it to the next round. Iceland. I think Svala's song would have had a higher chance of qualifying if she sung it in the Icelandic version, because she would have stood out more. In English it's an okay electronic song with some great elements, but it gets a little awkward with her performance. There's also a point in the song where I feel like it's building up to a climax and should end in a key change or something. That doesn't happen. Iceland will surely come close to qualifying, but right now I think it's not quite there yet. Greece. I've said in my review about the song, and it's a revamp already, that I think it's probably the most generic song in the contest. It's not a bad song, but that's because they just followed the textbook on composing songs and writing lyrics. But what I didn't know is that the staging will be done by Fokas Evangelinos, who's done successful stagings for Greece and Russia before, so there's probably an entertainment aspect about it that will push it into the final. Slovenia. So if you've paid attention, my list of qualifiers is already full. So the last few acts, in my opinion, don't have what it takes to qualify, as far as I can tell for now. Slovenia's Omar Naber has a song that I personally like, because it has a classy, easy to grasp melody, and it's well produced and well sung, but it's a dated, cheesy ballad, which won't be enough to impress this year. Latvia. Triana Park will give us a visually interesting moment on stage, but the repetitiveness of the song and the singer's voice makes me cringe. If the song were half as long, it might do better, but stretched to 3 minutes, I think the people lose interest in it quickly. I would be amazed if this qualified, but being the only entry of its kind, there's still a chance. Cyprus. Hovig brings a good pop song to the contest, but it's too normal. I think what makes Eurovision great is that many songs distinguish themselves from songs that we usually hear in the charts. The ESC isn't about the top of the pops, but that is what Gravity seems to go for, based not only on the often brought up similarities to actually existing pop songs. The theme of the song does present the opportunity for an interesting staging, but it's got too strong competition in the semi-final to make it through. The Czech Republic. Oh, I don't know. I can't definitely decide whether I like this song or not. Her voice and her accent are so special that it almost crosses the line already to getting strange. And depending on what live videos you watch of her, she sometimes is vocally very strong and sometimes quite weak. So it could go either way during the contest. I do like the melody, but I fear it's going to come across a little stiff compared to the other contestants. So it's a no from me. Moldova. I know a lot of you like this one, but for me it's just dreadful. Yes, they bring the epic sax guy back, but most people won't remember him. And he doesn't do anything new that he didn't do last time, so even if they do remember, they might like the nostalgia of it, but it still doesn't help the fact that the quality of the song and the staging, at least as far as I can tell from the national final, just isn't there. It's high school graduation meets cruise ship animation meets wedding party. It's just too much. With many songs I change my mind here and there when I hear hear or see it more or get to know more about it, but this song just annoys me. I have to admit though that it does feel genuine. It doesn't feel like they do something just for the contest. And I know it's a matter of personal taste mostly, but I hope I don't have to see this twice in the live show. I'm sorry. So that's my prediction of what might happen in the semi-final. As always, this is just based on what we know so far. It will be much easier to predict once the rehearsals have started and we get a glimpse of the staging. Tell me what you think in the comments, but please be respectful of my and other people's opinions. And if you like this video and want to see the second semi-final as well, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate every new viewer. But for now, thank you so much for watching and goodbye.